Because we created a dart, now the front side seam is shorter than the back side seam. So whatever the dart width you created, you need to lower the waist and hip as well. Hi, I'm Jin. Welcome back to Pattern Studio 101 and our dress block making series. This is going to be the final session, and today we'll drop the front body of the dress block. If you look at patterns for fitted tops like bodice blocks, corsets, or bustiers, you will notice that the front pattern has a lot of shaping. There are curves, rises, and dips that help the garment fit the bust properly. To achieve a really good fit, you need to understand the cup sizes and how the bust dart width changes for each cup size. And on top of that, there are always additional adjustments depending on the individual's body shapes. So there's quite a lot involved. Because of that, I can't cover everything in just this one video. I recommend watching episode 154. In that video, I explained the cup sizes and bust dart there. And if you want a deeper explanation of that, you can also join my online course, Mastering Pattern Blocks. You will find more information about it on my website. Now, besides cup size, there are several other important concepts you are going to learn as we draft the front dress block today. As I always emphasize, block pattern making is the foundation of all design pattern making. So with that in mind, let's take a look at where we left off. Here we go. We drafted the back body pattern. Let's start with the neck. Remember how we determined the back neck width? Chest circumference divided by 12. We're gonna do the same. The bust circumference divided by 12. The same for the front neck drop. Now you know this is not a fixed measurement, right? Draw the front neck curve. Half of the shoulder width, 3 cm. When we draft the back, we went up 2.5 cm and lower 0.5 cm here. So 3 cm. Once you connect these 2 points, the angles of 2 shoulders are the same. I want to talk about 2 things here. The first one, the armhole depth. You see the back shoulder point is here and the front shoulder point is here. So from the underarm point, the front and the back are not the same. Can you make them same? Yes, you can. When you make t-shirts with jersey fabric or you make sweaters, it's perfectly okay to have the same height of armhole depth on the front and back. First, the fabric is very forgiving and nobody really cares even if the shoulder seam sits a little bit towards the back. So you can make this way. And depending on the garment design or the fabric you use and the body shape, you can adjust it, but there's no certain rule for that. But if you make a fitted jacket or coat, the front armhole depth should be shorter than the back armhole depth. If you ask me how much, about 2 cm difference would be good starting point. 2 high shoulder points are 2.5 cm different. Of course, you can make it exactly 2 cm difference, but I would leave it for now. I explained this in detail in one of my videos, but I can't call it the episode number. But anyway, the back armhole depth and the front armhole depth can be the same, but for the structured garment, front armhole depth should be shorter. If the body posture is erect, then you can raise the front armhole depth. The other thing that I wanted to point out is shoulder angle. In this case, front shoulder angle and the back shoulder angle are the same, right? But in the fitting, there are so many times you see the shoulder seam is not aligned to the body shoulder. So it's okay to have two different shoulder angles. But if you draft the pattern from scratch and you're not sure your model's shoulder shape or angle, start with the same. Okay, to draw the front armhole curve, we need cross-chest guideline. Remember the cross-back guideline? You move in 1.5 centimeter from the shoulder point. For the front, a little bit bigger, because the front armhole curve needs to be more scooped. So 2 centimeter. It can be a little bit bigger, 2.3, something like that. And draw a cross-chest line. Divide by it 3. And the armhole curve will pass this lower point. And draw the front armhole curve. The front armhole curve is scooped more than the back since we move our arms towards the front a lot than towards the back. Let's go down. To make the bust dart, you need to find the apex point. You measure this from the body. This is the apex length from the high shoulder point to the apex. And this is bust span, distance between two apex. Once you find the apex, draw a horizontal line to the side seam, and you determine the dart width. As I mentioned in the beginning, watch my video episode 154 and have some ideas for cup size and bust dart width, so you can create the bust dart for your model. If it's the design garment, the dart ends at least 2-3 centimeters from the apex. But because this is the block pattern, dart ends at the apex, so you can easily transfer this dart to somewhere else. Because we created a dart, now the front side seam is shorter than the back side seam. So whatever the dart width you created, you need to lower the waist and hip as well. Take out 1 centimeter at the side seam, connect to the dart point. Increase 0.5 centimeter at the hem, connect to the waist, divide it by 2, and draw the curved line. Since I'm going to keep the center front fold line, I have to make a waist dart 2 centimeter width. So I can take out 3 centimeter on the front body, right? From the apex, straight line, 1 centimeter each side. Connect to the apex. Again, if you make a design garment, this dart ends below the apex, like 3-4 centimeter. But because this is a block, you can make a dart to the apex. Extend the dart line, find a midpoint. Remember when we make the back dart, we make the back dart length a little bit longer than the half. For the front, I'm gonna make it 1 centimeter shorter. So this is 1 centimeter. And you complete the dart. I haven't drew the seams, but I showed you how to do them a lot of times in my other videos, so I'm gonna skip it. This is the dress block. The back body in green and the front body in red. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment. Your support really means the world to me. Have an awesome week. See you next time. Hey, did you know I have a masterclass all about pants balance? I'll walk you through how to draft a solid pants base frame and how to fix balance issues, especially if you're working with existing patterns. So many fit problems can be solved just by understanding pant balance. If you're tired of guessing and want real clarity, head over to patternstudio101.com and check it out. You do not want to miss this.